got so much going on. I got to get ready for this thing with a Hawaiian theme for Dan, and I just don't have the inspiration. I need some inspiration right now. There's got to be some inspiration. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm inspired. All right, let's get some lights on. Hey, that's the wrong machine. We're over here. Ha ha. Perfect timing. Here we go. Did we just even sew it? I don't think we did. Yes, we did. That was way too easy. Oh my gosh. 3 layers of this genuine elk hide, and this 201 didn't even blink going through it. This is Dan's 201-2, by the way. Dan is from, and I hope I say it correctly, Dan, forgive me if I don't, but Dan is from Lahaina, Hawaii. And if you've never heard of Lahaina, that's okay. Now, if you've never heard of Hawaii, we might have to have a talk, because that is like a famous destination spot for anyone that wants to go to a tropical paradise. And doggone it, Dan lives there. And when we started talking about this 201, I'm looking for some more Hawaiian tropical island type music. Let's see what else I can find here. Let's see. This is another good one. Totally different than the opening song, huh? Lots of variety in Hawaiian music. As I started to try to pull some songs together for Dan, it's like, holy cow, what a variety. So at any rate, let's do some more sewing, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about Dan and our conversations. Here's some full grain leather, and we've got 1 layer. I'm going to fold it over. We've got 2, we've got 3, and we're going to go all the way up to 4 layers of this full grain leather. I hope I didn't overdo it. I hope so. All right, here we go. Aloha. A little bit of a slow start as I was kind of on island time, relaxing my foot there. I don't think I've ever done 4 layers of full grain leather before. I guess I maybe should have tested that theory before I launched into it, huh? And I guess I should also change my camera shot so you can actually get closer to the needle. Oh boy. I guess I am on kind of an island mindset. Don't worry about anything. So here's our full grain leather, the 4 layers. Absolutely a perfect stitch on Dan's machine. The spacing, the formation. Look at it from the side, folks. And again, we didn't do single strips. We did folded, so it's even thicker. And there's our lock stitch, absolutely spot on. Look at it from the end. And other than my slow start, this 201-2 just went into it like no problem, man. No problem. And since I realized now I was zoomed way out, here's our 3 layers of genuine elk hide. Absolutely a spot-on stitch, and the same thing as well on the lock stitch as well. It's absolutely island perfect. It really is. So a little bit about Dan from Lahaina, Hawaii. Dan works in the hotel industry, and as we were talking about how the heck are we going to get a 201-2 from Wisconsin all the way to Hawaii, he joked about the idea of me traveling with the machine to Hawaii. And I'll be honest with you, I was tempted by that idea just a little bit. I mean, who doesn't want to take a trip to Hawaii? Who doesn't want to come up with a reason to go to Hawaii? I mean, let's be real, right? But I passed on it, and we ended up coming up with a plan to get it shipped to him. Not a cheap venture, but Dan is all about first class when it comes to wanting the best of things. Not in a vain sense, not in a worldly sense, but just really appreciating the finer things. And so we decided that we would ship this Royce of Singers all the way to Lahaina, Hawaii. Lahaina, Hawaii. And that's what we're going to do. But first of all, we've got to finish off all these sew-offs. I've got like 3 or 4 more lined up. So a little bit more island or Hawaiian style music. Here we go. You know that I have to sew my U.S. Army grade canvas, right? So we're starting with 2 layers up to 4. We're folding it again all the way up to 8 layers of U.S. Army grade canvas. Come on, buddy, you can do it. All right, this time, even though it's that little Bakelite foot control with that tiny little button, I'm gonna get my foot all the way on there this time. Here we go. Had to throttle that baby up a little bit. This motor is crazy, crazy strong. I would say the strongest 201-2 that I've ever had on my workbench. And delivers a stitch that will make you salivate. Look at that. Perfect in every way. The spacing, the formation, spot on. And look at it from the side. And then we have our lock stitch. Absolute perfection. I love it. All right. Oh my gosh. I hope we can challenge this incredible island machine. Let's try some of this leather snakeskin. I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half. Actually, I could fold it like this. Let's do that. Fold it like this. We're up to 2 layers. And finally, we're all the way up to 4 layers. So this again is leather snakeskin. All right, let's see how this 201-2, soon to be calling Hawaii home, Lahaina, Hawaii. Aloha, here we go. Oh my gosh. Can we challenge this machine? I doubt it. Perfect stitch all the way across. And a gorgeous lock stitch as well. Oh my gosh. Absolute perfection. So Dan and I have had a number of good conversations about his anticipation of getting this machine, and he's also started to collect a number of other machines as well, some of which might eventually make their way all the way to Wisconsin. You never know. All right, we're going to do some of this gunny sack material. 2 layers, 4 layers, and finally, I think we ended up with 8 layers the way I folded it. It's kind of an interesting way to fold it, no doubt. All right, let me see if I can get this underneath the presser foot. It's not going to be easy, folks. That's a tight fit. All right, so 8 layers of this gunny sack material, aka burlap. Here we go. I'm less than half of the way down on that foot control. Less than halfway. Dan, let me warn you, man. Put on your seatbelt before you operate this thing. Seriously. So there's our lock stitch. Absolute perfection. And our top stitch as well. Look at what, again, we just went through. 8 layers of this gunny sack material. I'm out of sew-offs. I have nothing else set up right now that I can actually sew with this Hawaiian machine. But I can at least give you, hopefully, one more Hawaiian song that we can enjoy as we get a closer look at Dan's machine. Dan's machine has the original paint. I'm not lying. Original paint. But I've gone over it in a special way, debrising the surface, conditioning it, cleaning it, and then I put 8 layers of clear coat to seal this machine and to preserve it, partly because of the tropical environment that Dan is in. Tropical environments are beautiful, they're wonderful to visit, they're wonderful to vacation in, but they can be real harsh on equipment. So I'm doing my best to try to protect it and preserve it for Dan so that he can enjoy it long, long, long into the future. And here's another. This one is under the caption of palm trees, not joking, and it's called Beticu Born or something like that. I'm almost inspired to dance again. Look out. All right. Let's get off the tripod and take a closer look at Dan's machine, shall we? If I can get this silly machine to cooperate. There we go. I'd love to see him trying to shoot this to the rhythm, but I think I'm way off. So for any of you that are new to the channel, we get about 150 new folks every month, which is an incredible blessing. If you don't know about the history of this incredible machine that is heading to Hawaii, let me tell you a little bit about it. Back in the 1940s, Rolls-Royce was looking for a way to improve the stitch quality and consistency of their stitching on the interior leather panels of their Rolls-Royce car. And out of any machine they could have picked in the day, they picked the Singer 201. That's what makes this machine, heading to Lahaina, Hawaii, the Rolls-Royce of Singer sewing machines. And now it's a Hawaiian Rolls-Royce of Singer sewing machines. It's the first one going to Hawaii from this workbench. Ha ha ha! Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I would be in trouble because I'd be out there with an extension cord trying to figure out how to put this thing onto a surfboard to try to surf with this puppy. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, how many sewing surfers do you know of? I don't know of any, quite honestly. But, you know, other than the little bit of debris you see on the bed from me just having done the sew-offs, you can see just how gorgeous, just like the place that Dan is from, how gorgeous and how perfectly this machine is going to fit into the Hawaiian environment. So I keep talking about Hawaii, I keep talking about Lahaina, and you might be saying to yourself, okay, all right, enough. We've never seen this place. Well, that makes two of us, or maybe more. So what I'm going to do real quick is try to take us to the island of Lahaina, Hawaii. And actually I'm taking you to YouTube first, but that'll change, maybe. And I'll try to show you some shots of where Dan is from. Not a lot, because I don't want to make you all crazy. Although me looking at them, I'm a little bit crazy myself now. Dan, I might take you up on that. You got some inroads and some connections in setting me up with some hotel accommodations because you work in the hotel industry. Might take you up on that, buddy. You never know. Might take you up on that. All right, so here's an opening shot. I'm going to walk in front of the camera just real quick here. An opening shot of where Dan is from. This is Lahaina, Hawaii. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? A couple more shots. I'll see if I can pull up just so you can get a glimpse of them. Now that's what you'd expect, isn't it? I mean, when you talk about Hawaii, you've got the mountain range in the background, which is probably another island, I can only imagine. I didn't do my geography research, so I have no idea. And the palm trees and just everything that is tropical. Absolutely gorgeous. There's another shot. And that actually shows on the left side of the photo there, it shows a hotel. I don't know if that's the one that Dan works at or not, but it's a beautiful hotel, and that could be a destination spot for you. There's another shot looking out over the ocean. I don't know if that's somebody's house on the left side or what that is, but it's definitely a jaw-dropping picture for sure. Another shot there. Similar shot of the kind of the mountain range in the background and the beautiful tropical paradise. White sandy beaches and just all those beautiful tropical flowers that are so well known in that part of the world. Just spectacular. And I assume that's probably Dan's pool, but, you know, we didn't talk about the pool thing. You know, maybe it is. Another shot of the beaches there. Oh, and I should mention that this says that this is the Royal Lahaina Resort Weddings. So they must do weddings there. Yeah, they do. It's set up right there. Another shot of that beautiful hotel. Just another, similar to the other shot we saw. Spectacular. No surprise, there's a lot of water there. I think that's the same hotel. That hotel does some pretty good Google work. They got all their stuff out there for folks to see. And this is says Maui Resort. So now we're over in Maui, which is further away, obviously, than Lahaina. I'm not sure how we got off course, but at any rate, this is all Hawaii. This is all Hawaii. Absolutely gorgeous destination spot, and an even more spectacular place to live, no doubt. So, see if there's any other Lahaina shots. Oh, here's another one. This is interesting. And this says Lahaina Town Guide. Great info. It looks like my shot's off a little bit there. I'm kind of up high on this, but that apparently is the town area of Lahaina there. Oh yeah, it's got a little glossary. You can see all the places you can go. Nice. Very cool. Oops. I gotta adjust that camera a little bit. Looks like somehow we ended up too high now. And this says Old Lahaina. That's the old part of Lahaina apparently right there. That's what the caption says. Where you, oh no, and Maui and Lahaina must be real close, or Maui is really gunning to try to get the business that Lahaina would get, because Maui and Lahaina keep popping up together. This is popping up as where you should stay in Maui. So, at any rate, I just think it's cool, don't you? It's cool that we're having our first sewing machine heading all the way to the beautiful tropical paradise of Hawaii. And let's see if I can end with the music that we started with, if I can find it again. Where are you? I know it's in there somewhere. Ah! Tropical. Yeah, we did the right search. It's funny, when you pull these up, they sometimes move around, and then you got to find them all over again. Oh, this is frustrating. Dan, what happened, buddy? And these are all coming up. I'll just pick a different one. This is called Island Summer Breeze. No, I'm going to pick a reggae one. This is called Steel Drum Lullaby. And then they have it listed under the Mood of Happy. This will be interesting. So, back over to Dan's Royce of Singers sewing machines. What can I say? It's been a lot of fun to get this machine ready to head towards paradise. And Dan has been such a delight to work with. He's so upbeat, he's so positive, he's so stoked. Pretty much every day that we exchange a chat or a text. So maybe it's all part of the magic of living in paradise, that you just don't worry about things as much and you just enjoy life. That's a good lesson probably for all of us, isn't it? So I'm going to lay these sew-offs out so we can kind of see those as we get ready to wrap this premiere up. And I won't try to put them in absolutely perfect order. All right, we'll start, since we're not really in order, I'll start with this. U.S. Army grade canvas, and you can see that the stitch is absolutely spot on. I don't have the best angle for it, really, but then we have our gunny sack material, this burlap stuff. And again, we just zip through that with no difficulty whatsoever. Then we have our elk hide. That's really blurry. This poor camera. There's our elk hide. An absolutely gorgeous stitch on that as well. And again, look at from the edge of what we just went through. 3 layers, didn't I? Is that 3 layers? 1, 2, yeah, I think that's 3. It almost looks like 4. And then we had our full grain leather. And there I did do 4 layers. Although I had a horrible launch, I really didn't have my foot positioned well on that tiny little button on that Bakelite foot control that goes with the 201-2. Same foot control that's on the featherweights as well. But absolutely spectacular. Then we did our leather snakeskin. It's really hard to see the stitch definition on there because of the material. But up close I can tell you it's absolutely spectacular. Oh, that's pretty. And then if we drop down a little bit, did we do those already? Yeah, we already started on the front. Duh. I wish I could find that fun opening song again. I really do. I might do one more search because that's really how I envisioned wrapping this premiere up, is starting and ending with the same song. So I'm going to do my best to try to find it. It's called Bonito or something like that. It's got to be in here. I just saw it. Ah! I found it! Yay! Alright. And what can I do for this ending song? Give me a second here, folks. Be patient as you always are with me as I wander around the workshop with these visions and these ideas of different things that I want to try when we do these premieres, so that they don't get stale and they're not always the same. You know what I mean? So I'm going to end. Got a lot of nice compliments when we did Paula's premiere on her 201-2. Lots of compliments on the 1812 Overture when I did that crazy sewing around in a circle stuff that I like doing. So maybe we can do a little bit of that, even though I didn't plan it, even though I didn't have the preparations in place to do it. We'll see if we can sneak that in real quick. And I'll mention, just from a technical standpoint real quick, when you're setting up the 201-2, if you have one, if you acquire one, make sure that you set it up correctly with the flat needle, the flat side of the needle, excuse me, facing the correct direction. Okay, do any of you know what the correct direction is for the flat side on a 201-2? Come on, this could be an impromptu contest. Okay, I'll give it to you. Yes, it's facing to the left. And then you're going to thread this machine from right to left. Okay? All right. I saw you kind of pause in there like you weren't sure, so I thought I'd kind of bail you out. I thought I'd kind of help you out a little bit, okay? All right. So let's wrap this video up, this premiere, the same way we started. And I am not going to make the mistake this time of zooming in too close, because while Paula didn't complain about it, I would have complained, because at the culmination of that really cool song, you couldn't see because my stupid camera blurred out. It's not going to happen this time. We know what we're about, right? All right. So, aloha to all of you as we wish this 201-2 Bon Voyage with a really cool song. Oh yeah. Ho, ho, ho. Go. That's all I got, folks. Oh my Lord, that's fun. Oh man, I need a Red Bull or something after that. So, you know what? I've said it before. This channel is all about having fun. And as I just said in another post, taking what other people look at and they see it as ordinary, and we make it great. Even something as simple as this, as we wrap up this video, this incredible video of anticipation, because Dan knows as soon as he sees this premiere and has a chance to attend it, that's one step closer to getting this incredible machine heading towards Hawaii, to Lahaina, Hawaii. And all I can say is it's been a delight. If every customer were like Dan, as far as just laid back and just saying, you know, Scott, you're busy, when you can get to it, and probably underneath his breath he's saying, doggone it, can that guy hurry up just a little bit? I mean, what does he think he is, Hawaiian? Taking it that slow and that casual and that easy? Come on, Scott! But in all seriousness, he really has been a great customer. Have so many incredibly great customers. Really, really blessed to have the folks that I've met and the folks that I've had a privilege to work with. But as this machine gets prepped to go to Hawaii, first time I'm shipping to Hawaii, it's going to be quite a process. I always pack carefully, but this machine is going to be packed absolutely to the hilt, because I know it's going over that great span of water, and I don't know how many hands are going to be handling it. And I don't know how it's going to be jostled, or if somebody's going to try to pack something on top of it. I'm almost tempted. I wish I could somehow tag along and say, hey, that's fragile. Take it easy. But then you'd probably see it on CNN and be like, man arrested for trying to tackle person jostling plastic tote container. More news at 10. It could happen, folks. So I'm just going to have to trust the United States Postal Service to treat this with the respect that it deserves. I mean, come on. It's a Royce of Singers sewing machines, folk, right? So as we sign off and say aloha, because in Hawaii, aloha can be hello, it can be goodbye, it can be I love you. I think I should have done more research. But at any rate, it means a lot of things. So, Dan, hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a fun premiere to prepare and to set up for you. And I would be remiss if I didn't quickly come out a little bit. You saw me in a glimpse at the beginning of this video, but you didn't see me in full garb. And I told you I was going to put this on for Dan, right? I told you I was going to get this shirt and actually put my DeWalt jacket to the side and be Hawaiian for one premiere. And it's been fun. Kind of comfortable, actually. Maybe Dan will buy another machine, or when he sends me another machine and I prepare it, maybe then I could be Hawaiian again. What do you think, Dan? You think I could pull it off being Hawaiian? I'd like to be. But then again, when I do machines on German machines, then I want to be German, and then I do machines on Swedish machines and Swedish beauties, and then I want to be Swedish, and then I do Italian machines and I want to be Italian, and then I do machines like Elna's, and then I want to be Swiss. It's exhausting trying to figure out what ethnic group I am, really. That could be a contest question. What ethnic group is Scott? Yeah, I think we'll do that one. All right. Well, stay tuned for other fun videos like this, folks. And God bless you as we end. It says it's Hawaiian. It sounds kind of reggae, doesn't it? Huh.